direct-to-consumer beauty brand MyGlamm, which was founded in 2017, now has a new investor. After closing a 175 crore Series C funding round with investments from Ascent Capital, Amazon and Wipro Consumer, the brand has actor Shraddha Kapoor now as an investor. Shraddha will be donning the hat both of a brand ambassador and an investor.
Most of the actors and actresses who we see involved with brands, their roles are restricted to just brand ambassadors, being on the hoardings, being on the posters, and that's where the role ends. But when you don the hat of an investor, the role increases in terms of you wanting to make decisions of what you think of the brand as the future. Talk to us about what made you really pull yourself towards MyGlamm. What was it that got you really excited that you thought, okay, this is the time that I can take this next step as well?
So first of all, I think it's super fun to explore this side in my journey, I would say. And a massive thanks to Darpan, a massive thanks to MyGlamm for this collaboration, for this partnership, this opportunity, because it's so exciting. I think that when you're an investor, you're a partner in a brand, you feel like that, you just feel that that brand is a lot more yours. It's different from just being a brand ambassador on a brand. It's, you get involved in the process of creating a product, you get involved, your feedback matters, and you can just really get involved. So with MyGlamm, I've been so thrilled to get on board in this manner, and also the one of the most amazing things about MyGlamm and one of the drawing factors of MyGlamm was definitely their cruelty-free policy, and that is something that completely resonated with me. And I really hope that together we can do some amazing things together and even spread the awareness of, no animal testing and cruelty-free makeup, and people start purchasing cruelty-free makeup as well.
The brand, which currently offers a range of over 600 cruelty-free products across makeup, skincare and personal care, plans to use the new funding to expand its product portfolio and to open more digital and offline stores.
Darpan, I want to understand now, of course, the business aspect of it. Shraddha comes in as an investor. You had a series of funding before this as well. What are the plans? I mean, of course, COVID, as I said, has opened our eyes into newer markets, newer trends and patterns that brands and even as consumers, we weren't aware of. Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, these are cities that have suddenly showed very encouraging brands. Talk to us about how this new investments, funding, what are the plans for MyGlamm, say, in the next 5 years?
So, I think we are really fortunate that the beauty personal care category and the direct-to-consumer business model is where all the action is happening right now, right? I think the BPC category, the beauty personal care category, has weathered the COVID pandemic storm really well, not just in India, worldwide. Globally, it's the category that has stood strong, whether in the US, in China, and in India, right? Everyone, all the large BPC players have grown during the pandemic, including MyGlamm, right? We are already nearly 3x, 2.5x of our pre-COVID revenues, right? So that has shown that this is a great category to be in. In India, it's a very unique moment. We are at an inflection point. There were few legacy brands, and now the macro category is growing so quickly. And now there is this sort of new space that has opened up for all these new age brands. And where our unique approach of being connected to the customer and then serving her, really, transcends us above everything else that's out there. Our plans and ambitions are very ambitious. We should be 300 crores in July in our revenue run rate. We were about 200 crores in March, 210 crores in March. And by December, we should cross the 600 crore revenue run rate threshold. We have already expanded from makeup into skincare, personal care. That journey continues. And online, very, very strong. We should be about, by end of the year, we should be at about 5 million transacted customers on our own website, which is very, very high and large as a number.
Speaking to Moneycontrol, Darpan, who is the CEO and founder of MyGlamm, and Shraddha both agree that understanding customer needs, reacting to customer demands, and tracking response is the only way to create a loyal base of customers.
Shraddha, I want to understand from you also quickly. As I said, because you joined in as an investor, then of course your hat increases. So, what are the kind of decisions that you would want to see yourself getting involved in? Do you, as a new investor and a brand ambassador, have a own vision of yours of how you want to see the brand say in the next couple of years? Because that might not be the same as Darpan's, because Darpan would also have a lot of business angle to it. But as a brand ambassador, somebody who has a lot of mass impact from the feedback that you get from your audience, your vision also could be very different.
Absolutely. And more than anything, I'm also the customer. I'm also someone who uses makeup. I'm also someone who's like, okay, when I'm using my makeup, I'm like, okay, I wish this lipstick was like this. I wish this kajal was like this. I wish this eyeliner just stayed on a little longer. Oh, I wish it, so I think a lot of us have this, and then we discuss it, oh, this product, this product, the eyeliner doesn't smudge that quickly, or this waterproof is better. So I just feel like one of the most, as I said earlier, and as Darpan said, that, the engagement with the customer, to take their feedback and to take their how do they want their product to be? I think it's amazing. I think that the fact that we're putting the ball in the customer's court and we're saying that, guys, tell us the kind of makeup that you would want us to create. I think it's going to be so much fun to do that with them. So I'm really, really excited for that.
Okay. Darpan, lastly, I want to understand from you, every day we talk about the pros and cons of social media. We talk about how it's a toxic place and everybody's criticizing the other person. But I also think it's also a place where you can actually get the true value and the true space of what your product is and how your engagement is. How do you plan to use that platform, especially now that Shraddha is also going to be invested in a larger role, to understand what your consumer really wants and then work on that in the portfolio that you expand?
Absolutely. So, as of today, about 20 lakh women have told us what they want in their beauty products. That's a phenomenal number, right? But 20 lakh women have directly told us through, online, right, on our app and on social media, what they want. Hey, I want, a healthy oil in my kajal because I put kajal on every day, but I've never thought about, is it nourishing for my eyes or not, right? Stuff like that. With Shraddha, we hope to take that number to 2 crore, right? And that is the impact we are hoping Shraddha will have, and we are confident she will have, because, that is the reach. And more importantly, fans relate with her that way. That's why her engagement rates are so high. So we totally believe in the power of social media. We completely believe in connecting with the consumer. Consumer is discovering beauty on social media today. We do these focus groups with these girls from tier 3 cities. They know as much as anybody because they're on social media. They're seeing the latest trends that are happening in LA and in Paris. It's on their feed and they know it as well as tier 1 girls, tier 2 girls, right? So social media has really made it easy and accessible to all. And through Shraddha, we hope to be able to reach out to them, and understand them better. So the power of social media is here to stay.
The brand has seen immense growth during the pandemic. They now feel that going forward, brands and brand ambassadors will have to rethink responsibilities and align with those who see the equation beyond the moolah.
I have to ask you this. Every time a brand makes the decision to get an actor or an actress on board, what are the key things that you keep in mind? And as Shraddha was saying, cruelty-free. I mean, how many of us do even check when we pick up, say, a lipstick or anything else to see what are the products in it? I mean, if I like a color, I probably pick it up. Were those initial discussions with Shraddha that probably made you realize that this could actually work into a larger relationship for the brand as well?
Yes, absolutely. Look, when someone is coming on board as an investor, it's very important that the philosophies are aligned. And, in this case, Shraddha and MyGlamm and my philosophy were all aligned, where we're looking at conscientious beauty, cruelty-free, clean ingredients, no nasties. And this is the future. It should not just look good on you, but it should also be good for you and good for the environment around you. And that is the future. It might be forward thinking today, but in my opinion, Ridhima, in the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to be table stakes for everyone. If you don't do it, you will not be able to exist, right? And MyGlamm, we've always believed in thought leadership, in being ahead of the curve. And that's where it was aligned, and that just aligned really well with the way Shraddha thought about beauty, and the world around her. So once the philosophies were aligned, then it was also about what our brand sort of stands for the consumer, where we like to listen to the consumer, understand what they need, and then build based on that. And that's where Shraddha was the most beautiful fit. You asked, what do you look for, when you are trying to bring on a brand ambassador? Shraddha is, one of the most followed people on social media. She has over 62 million Instagram followers. Not only that, she's also one of the most engaged personalities on social media. Her engagement rates are incredibly high, which means she's really well connected with her followers and her fans. And when she is so well connected and she's an investor in MyGlamm, meaning she has a say in what gets developed, how it gets developed, she's able to then actually relay back to us what her fans want. And that's what we want from Shraddha, right? She will understand what her fans want, relay it back to us, and together we will create products that are better suited for her fans and followers. And that's what we are hoping to do with this partnership.
That's very interesting to hear. Shraddha, I want to hear from you. I mean, as I said, as an actor, you get associated with so many brands on a day-to-day basis. But during the pandemic, we've seen a lot of us have had a lot of time to connect, not just with ourselves, with our priorities of what we want our life choices to be. Do you think that time also in a way added to your decision of increasing your role as far as MyGlamm is concerned? And do you think more actors now need to be more responsible in terms of the brands they get associated with, that if they believe in it individually, it would have a better impact on the brand rather than just the big bucks it gets for the stars?
So I'll speak for myself. I was very excited about this journey, especially I also felt like it was a very natural flow into it because of the alignment of beliefs, similar beliefs. I turned vegetarian for my love for animals. I try to live as sustainable a lifestyle as I can. Of course, you can always do better. And so for me, like when the whole MyGlamm opportunity came up, it just seemed like the right fit. And I, as I said, I felt very connected to do this because it was aligning with my beliefs. And then you automatically feel passionate about it. You're like, okay, this is cruelty free, it's clean ingredients, it's involving the customer to take the feedback to develop the product in that manner. So it all just seemed very fun and very, very exciting. And at the same time, you're keeping your conscience in place as well, because as Darpan rightly said, that this is the future. And I think it's amazing that, people are asking these questions. We can spread more of this awareness. And I think that all of us can do our bit to care in whatever capacity that we can, so it is very exciting.